So we're going to tie a thrasher. It's meant to imitate a large stonefly. We're going to start out with a Daiichi 1273 dry fly hook. The type of thread we have is unithread 8/0 black. You're going to start the thread. Till about the barb of the hook. We're going to go ahead and dub a body. This is just straight up black hairline dubbing. And you really want your bodies to be big on these. So we're really going to go over it a few times. This is probably the second biggest dry fly that I actually fish. It's this and then hexes, but that's about as big as they get for me anyhow. So we're just going to keep building this up. The one downside of this fly is how much dubbing you have to use for it. Seems like you use about half a bag for every fly you make. Looks about good. Go right back up to the front. Okay, so this is when we're going to tie in the deer hair wing. And with most hair wing flies like that I tie, I usually like to wrap the thread and make a thread base all the way up to the eye. And this is for the deer hair to grip onto. If you tie the deer hair onto just a blank shank, the chances of it coming apart and exploding on you is going to be a little bit bigger than if you were to do that. Make sure you stack it. Kind of want it to look nice. And what you really want to make sure with this fly is that you use a lot of deer hair, okay? You want this thing to float forever. You want to be able to twitch it on the surface of the water without it sinking. So what we're going to do is we're going to go probably about 1/8 of an inch past this bend of the hook here. I'm going to go ahead and one loose wrap, second tighten down on it, and progressively get tighter. You can use 6/0 thread with this, and it's not as hard to snap it when you're doing this part. End up with a nice flare like that. If you want, you can run it through the deer hair like this, and it flares up like you're spinning the deer hair. And you can just trim it off. It gives you a lot better secure base. So now you got like this muddler looking head. So now what you should do is to just cover that with some thread. You're going to cover it with dubbing, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. Looks about good. You gotta trim it off a little bit. An important thing with this fly is to, when you tie the deer hair in, you want a half moon shape around the fly itself. Because when it lands on the water, you want it to land on this part. You don't want it to land up here. So a good tester, when you're just sitting at your desk and you want to know if it's good enough, a good tester is to just toss up in the air, let it land on your desk. And if it lands on the right side, you're in the green. So now we're going to tie some hackle here. Hackle can be a little bit big for this fly. Usually, as you go a little bit bigger than the space, a little bit bigger than the gap of the hook. Bigger the hackle is, the more deer hair you have to put on it to compensate. So it looks about good. I just tie it in around the base, right up on this side. And you're going to take some Sinews laser dub. You can also use just normal dubbing. This is yellow. You can use other colors. This pattern is really similar to the stimulator. And you can use stimulator colors. You can use olive with a yellow head, brown with a yellow head. It's really up to you. What I find a lot is it's more of an attractor fly than anything, because at least where I'm from, you're never really going to get huge stonefly hatches, just when the opportunity presents itself. Just gonna dub this head, make it look a little tapered. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the hackle around it. And one thing to do with this fly is to stroke the hair back and wrap it right around the base of that deer hair. Just one wrap, and then pull tight, because what that'll do, that'll flare out that deer hair a little bit, make it a little bit nicer, and it'll make it perform a little bit better out of the water. Here we go. It's got that wrapped up. Now we can go ahead and just tie it off. Oops. just cut it off. And there you have it. Thrasher stonefly. It's an awesome pattern. I love fishing with it. I love twitching it on the water. Make sure you use enough deer hair. And there we go.